So, this video, it's going to be, it's given me an opportunity to create a video topic that synthesizes my two favorite things in the world. It's politics and Digibro. It's been so long since I last talked about, my muse, my passion, my inspiration, my beautiful Digibro. Mostly just because I haven't been very interested by his content lately. But anyway, yeah, he put out a new video today called Meta Hole number 2 or something, and basically it was him. Well, half of it was him just like talking about the direction of his channel and some of the content he's put out recently, which that's whatever. But the other half was more or less him responding to people in the audience criticizing him for basically smoking weed and having sex with his girlfriend. And they're like, this is, we talk about it all the time, it's affecting your channel, but smoking weed, I hate you, did you, bro? And he was, he got annoyed by this, and that's kind of the natural response to have. Because here's the thing about Digi's audience, I don't think he necessarily understands, he may or may not, that his audience is made up, if not primarily, then certainly a large part of his audience is made up of huge fucking nerds. Basically, nerds are not fans of drugs or sex. And that's because in high school or, whenever, they were not cool enough to be invited to parties or to invited to hang out with people, to smoke weed or do ecstasy or LSD or, whatever fucking do meth. They're not cool or popular or charismatic or likable in any way whatsoever. And so they get no drugs, and they're not attractive or charismatic, and so no girl wants to have sex with them. And so what they do in order to justify themselves not doing these things is they say, well, drugs, they just make you stupid. Drugs are for stupid people. Eat me. They kind of think of the average weed user as your stereotypical kind of pop cultural idea of a stoner, like Cheech and Chong, basically. When in point of fact, everyone fucking smokes weed, at least on occasion. And so, they like, yeah, weed is bad, drugs are bad, and these people are just idiots for doing it. And it's the same with, like casual sex or most sex in general, really. Everyone's a bunch of whores. They don't value real love, like me. And then, as these kinds of guys grow up and they still don't get to do drugs, they still don't get to have casual sex because no one likes them, because they're unlikable. Then they spiral further and further down into this hole of hatred. And drug use is degeneracy, and weed is degeneracy, and all that good stuff. And it's because as much as Milo Yiannopoulos or Paul Joseph Watson or Lauren Southern or whoever would want to have you believe that conservatives and far righters, they're cool and hip and yeah, new counterculture. They're actually, if you look up pictures of your average Kekistani meetup, or people, it's the alt-right, or Charlottesville, or whatever, any kind of far right, or kind of members of the young right, who aren't just like Republicans. Any kind of meetup of theirs, you'll find is dominated by these unpopular, antisocial, angry nerds. And so basically, my solution is either A, and this is probably the easier one, kill them all. If you're not good at socializing by, say, sophomore year of high school, you're put to death. And, but alternatively, the other solution is we have likability school where schools will teach you how to talk to people. So we could do that as well. P.S. It's been Matt McChad, throwing nerds in lockers every day. And if you're not careful, I'll throw you in a fucking locker, bitch.